Welcome back. Fourth and final quarter-final here in Blackpool. Jake McCartney versus Arfan Dad, who has just broken off and gone dry. So I'm on Tony Holgate and Nick Finn's here with me still for another bout of Ultimate Pool.
Yes, indeed. Jake McCartney, first chance. It's not the best of kisses, but it's okay. He's going to have to make another cannon now. Just needs to judge this one well, otherwise he could be on nothing. A little bit hampered too. Oh yeah, played that nicely.
Lovely shot there from Jake. We just saw Chris Day go through into the semis, and the winner of this will meet Chris in that semi-final.
Nice angle for Jake, but he's only got half a pocket to work with here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Rolls it ready on into the left-hand corner. Leaves that little angle. That's where he wants to be. He can just pop that in, kick into the yellow. Easy black in the corner. It'll be first frame to the Aussie.
Nice start. First frame on the board goes the way of Australia. Jake McCartney.
It's a dry one.
Yeah. One each.
First look at Arfan on the cloth.
Yellow ball's in play.
Not too bad a layout here. Needs that cue ball to hold up, and it does. Had no shot if it just rolled another inch. It's just okay. Need to kind of stab at that shot just to make sure he got the cue out of the way of the cue ball.
I do like watching Arfan play. I'm a fan. As I say, he gets on with it, and he's got his own unique style as he goes around the table. I like it. You see, walks very quickly in between shots as well when he's looking at things. A lot of the other players sort of slowly amble round to have a look, and he doesn't waste a second.
Yeah, he plays with conviction for sure. He's another player that almost certainly has upped his pace over the last couple of years. Always seemed to be naturally just a tiny bit slower than this, but fairly flew around the table.
Yep. A man in a hurry.
Nice clearance.
Yeah. Very, very well played there by Arfan. No dry break this time.
No.
From Arfan.
Really good power through the pack. Sporting that glove. very common in other countries, widely used in the States. I see too many players play with it over here.
Declan Brennan?
Yeah, Declan's one. A lot of the Scottish players sport them nowadays.
Got to question the colour of his glove, being as he's a Manchester United fan, he's Arfan. Thought he'd have a red glove.
Yeah.
I'll pull him on later.
Ask him about his City glove.
Yeah.
The one red on the right hand side, just above the middle pocket, that's what he's working at the moment. How do we get to that? How do we land on it well? That's going to be the conundrum in this frame. That
Loose.
is loose. I don't think he's on anything. If he can get, well, maybe he can get past this to the one at the top corner. If he can, he's been a bit fortunate. But this is definitely not what he planned.
No.
Holy moly. No, wasn't quite there, was it?
No, he tried to swing the cue ball a bit there.
Yeah.
Yep. The Yorkshireman will be a bit disappointed with that. Arfan, of course, is from Keighley, as you said earlier. And we have a look at that mistake.
Oh, I tell you something.
It's the same place as Chris Mellin. And what on
No,
earth has Jake done?
Disaster for Jake.
That is the blunder from down under.
Yeah. He played with ball in hand, made a pot, and the cue ball straight in off into the middle. Oh no, sorry, it got a flick on the red into the middle. I mean, it's unlucky to cannon and go in off, but shouldn't have really.
Got to be looking at those things. Well, I was just saying he's from the same town as Chris Mellin, Arfan, and they're great friends. Arfan, of course, has gone further than his buddy in this event, and had a nice reprieve there from.
He's done it again.
He's falling a bit short, isn't he?
He's done it again. That's incredible. I think he might just be okay, but
I don't know if his body language is suggesting he isn't.
Oh, Arfan, what is going on, sir? That's amazing.
No, he recovered that well.
Lovely recovery, but what do you do with the 8-ball here, Tony? I mean, he's going to have to send this cue ball probably 2 cushions and try and get back across the left-hand side of the table, or up and down to leave the 8 in the middle. I mean, oh, that is
an exquisite shot.
Very nice. I thought it was just sneaking towards that yellow and might just stick in behind it, but
plenty of check side.
Yeah,
off that top rail.
Just asking for the ball to be cleaned. The ball did just seem to. He doesn't. Arfan said no, leave it. Doesn't have the time, and it was a fiddly one as well because it's almost touching ball.
Jake McCartney. Hello. Bit of airtime there for the cue ball. Cue ball. It's going to be dry, and the daddy's out of his chair.
Cue ball goes a couple of feet into the air. Look at this one. Boom. That's one way to park the cue ball in the middle of the table, but no luck. And that's 2 breaks, both dry from Jake McCartney.
Jake's face is a picture there.
He's going to need to get that break working very soon, otherwise this match could quickly get away from him. Especially with Arfan. I mean, Arfan broke dry in his first frame, but his second one absolutely nailed it.
Not sure about his angle here. I think he wanted to be on the other side of it, and there you see he's going away from those yellows. Maybe he's going to get back down. He might have to pump this in, you know. Or even select. Well,
Yeah.
I think he was having even contemplating playing that yellow that's near the middle down into this bottom corner because he's out of position.
Take his medicine here and don't hit that one, Arfan.
Yeah. Well, he's looking. He thinks, well, I'm going to leave myself some sort of shot and go through that gap of those reds.
Yeah. I don't think he's left the gap. The cue ball's just not there at the moment. He just needs to hold that, and it ran through an inch or so. He's really struggling with this cue ball at the moment. He tried to leave the gap, and it was a simple enough shot to do. Had the option to run through and leave the red nearest this end of the table. Now he's left with this tough shot. Yeah. Too many cue ball mistakes at the moment from Arfan Dad.
Shaking ahead.
Yeah, that tells you the story of what's going on in his mind. He's lost the cue ball dramatically a few times now.
Jake playing the loss of turn, bringing the cue ball back behind the reds. Very nice shot there.
Played it as a 2-1 as well. If the red had followed in, then he was away. Clever shot.
Yeah, we'll have another look at this from the Aussie. Nicely played. He's going to have to do something with those two reds that are just beneath that yellow on the right. I'm not sure. Well, they don't. There's no way that either of them go into the middle. I mean, you can. I was about to say you can pop one of them back into the other middle, but you're going to have to move them.
I mean,
sooner rather than later as well.
If he can leave an angle on the one at the top of the table, well, it doesn't matter now.
He's got away with it.
Has he? Is Arfan on the one to middle?
I think it's the cue ball looks a bit stuck to that red.
Stuck on the red. Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, Arfan.
Well, there's been some loose play in this match thus far. Half a grin there from Jake.
Yeah, definitely being an ironic smile. There's nothing happy about that.
A foul there from Arfan.
Yeah, Arfan.
Ball in hand for McCartney.
Arfan will feel a bit aggrieved there as well. I mean, with ball in hand, it's just a simple clearance now because he can take care of that tough situation that you were mentioning earlier.
Well, this is it. This has put him on that ball lead, so we don't have to move them now.
But unless somebody really does get a grip of this game, it could be very scrappy with both players having lots and lots of chances, because the way it's going so far, neither seem settled. Arfan struggling with the pace. I mean, I know this is the way Jake plays, but it just seems quite carefree at the moment. Very, very nonchalant clearance. Cue ball, cue ball. Ooh. Ouch. All the way up and back down. So often that cue ball, something would get in the way of it. Look at the yellows coming, reds coming across the face of it. It doesn't hit anything. All the way down into the pocket. Oof. Arfan's shoulders slump. Taking probably a tough opener here, just because it opens the table up. Just that one single shot. Everything's there. Open the frame.
Thinking whether he just pots this into the middle and wanders the cue ball down into the black ball, sit on the yellow into the middle.
Yeah, I think he has to. Just a bit too much angle, isn't there? No.
He's not going to.
Surely.
Oh, that was close.
Jake McCartney, what are you doing to us? Oh.
Down it goes. 3-2 now. To the man from down under.
Oh, the big Australian gets through that front ball. And
what a lovely break that, Nick.
Superb.
Nice control with the cue ball. Comes straight back at him.
May have to go yellows.
I'm sure he won't be too perturbed about that.
No. It's so often the case that the one that you pot more of, you often have to go for the opposite, just because of the traffic they create.
I did wonder then if he's going to bother moving that yellow, because he did have the angle to do it, but no need. Ideally, he'd like to push his cue ball through and play the yellow next to the black.
Yeah, came back for it. Can still take it now.
Either or, it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, just a case of preference.
Now he's looking at maybe leaving that yellow now till last to get on the black. That's heavy.
I think it's there for middle. I mean, there's no way he played it to middle, but it does go.
Extension called.
Yeah, he's overhit that by 9 inches, a foot. Could have finished quite a way short, in fact.
Yeah, it's a careless shot from Jake. Had all that table to work with. Good recovery though.
Yeah, but well, yeah, no, he's okay. I thought the cue ball was just going to run another few inches and leave him a tougher cut. Just pulled up in time. Simple 8 ball and a 2-frame lead. Wow. Not happening for him.
Another dry break.
His eyes darted to the cue ball, and when that stayed on the table, looked back longingly, hoping to find a cue ball, find a ball going into the pocket, but was disappointed. It's Jake again.
Red ball's in play.
like to have come another couple of rolls there and take one of these reds next to the cue ball into that top pocket. So he screwed back across. He's overhit that one as well because he was targeting one of those reds into the top right. He now has one to the top left instead. He's going to come down to the bottom of the table though and try and develop the difficult one. He's got the angle. Just dig into the cue ball and get across. Wants to cannon the red half ball and then come up table as he has.
No, he's not in a great position.
No, he's not.
He's eyeing up that plant.
Yeah, that's all he's got now, I think.
That looks overcut to me.
Yeah, didn't have the pace either.
Yeah. Arfan goes upstairs, knocks these two yellows apart.
That's a lovely cannon.
Yeah, we'll take that. It's got a nice little angle to get on the yellow that's on that left-hand side rail. Should he wish to.
Not the best of layouts. Two balls at the bottom of the table. There's no real link ball. Probably the one closest to the middle, which left this one on the left-hand side. So he's gone after that one early. It's not a bad layout. It's just that you just need to work the cue ball a little bit, don't you?
To me, I think I'll check this into the centre with a cue ball, bring the cue ball off just up from where that yellow is over the bag. If you leave that angle to come down through the gap of the two reds, screw down the table, leave yourself in the gap between black and red, game's over.
Yeah.
So there he's left his angle now. He screws between the two reds in the middle of the table, wants to land centrally between black and red at bottom of table.
And he's looking at coming down this side of the table. I see this side, I mean the right side.
Yeah, it's as good as.
Yeah. Can hold on the red. Didn't want to push the red too far.
Well, this is why I like the other ways, because you're playing the other yellow at the bottom of the table last and you're screwing back for the black in the middle.
Yeah.
He's played that very well. And in she goes.
Game very much on, just one frame between the two players.
One back.
Power again through the front of the pack and a decent split. Finds a pocket, finds the ball, and he's away. Developed one of the bad balls. He's just finished betwixt and between now. Very thin on both of the balls either side of the cue ball. You can see from the grimace on the face what he thinks of it. Cue ball's going to be running here. Thin cut back. Yeah, with the beeps going, he didn't want to be put off, so he calls the extension and takes another look. It's not great. I quite like the one to middle because you can hold on the two yellows on the side cushion, but this could definitely go wrong. That's okay. It's about as good as he could have done, I think.
If he can get through that gap, black and yellow into the red at the bottom, that'd be handy. Let's get rid of that one at the top now, though. That'll do him.
Yeah, back in A1. Just checking the angle again. I mean, just off straight above, I would say. Just to stun down onto the yellow. Doesn't need to use the yellow. Just drift into the gap.
Lovely little shot there by Jay McCartney to elevate that black ball into a very easy position, and this is going to give him his 2-frame lead back. The Aussie now leads 5 frames to 3.
Oh, surely.
Well, those 2 balls there, but I thought both of them were going to drop, and neither.
Surely one of those goes.
And it's not been Arfan's day for the break.
I think the first ball was going to drop, and the red I think was going to drop, and then the yellow comes and just kisses it back to the knuckle. Oh, Arfan gives it all.
Nice little shot there from Jake.
Yeah.
Wants to be getting on that ball on the top rail as quickly as possible. There's Jake.
Yeah, ball to middle if he wants it. He's got the one to top left. Not quite the angle to float up onto the top cushion there. I think he wanted to probably just leave that a couple of inches lower to play the one to middle and go up table, and then leave the one to middle as his link ball. Just finished 2 straight. Tries to get there anyway.
Well, what he has done is landed there with the red into the middle with the angle to get up and onto that one and on the top rail.
Yeah, took a flick on the way through as well.
Yeah.
So a little
Has
bit
to
of
play
fortune.
it. No option.
Yeah.
Get on the one on the top rail. And then get from there to the ball that's over the bag.
Yeah, a fair bit of traffic.
We can go down the near side if you see the gap between the 2 yellows on the right hand side. Providing he gets a little angle here, that's fine. So he sort of just top this with maybe a slight bit of right hand side. There he's looking at his angle.
Yeah, he's looking whether he comes to
even if you come short though, Nick, you could come off the side rail and still pot that, make that red.
Yeah, he's just looking to see whether he wants to come to the left side or the right side of the yellow that's in the middle of the table. I think he'll probably choose the left side, but it does bring in the other yellow into play. That yellow there, that's okay. It did bring that in a slightly fuller contact.
What that could have been a problem. Just cover that middle bag because the black did go in there.
Of course, yeah.
So now he's presented with that.
Taking it long by the look of it. That's what he's eyeing.
Well, there's not really much else to it. Go in the middle. I think it goes in that left-hand middle, you know.
He's left it straight.
He's just had a little glance at that middle. I think keyboard's travelling towards the corner, so he might go long.
You've got to fancy this, so.
He's having a little look. He might change his mind here now. Slow roll into the centre.
Stanchion call.
I mean, it's straight to the corner. Surely you're backing yourself to get that, aren't you? Looks like it is going to be the middle.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to check the line of the in off into the corner.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to see Arfan again as Jake now goes dry. Another skip with the cue ball into the air. So a couple of them, isn't he?
If the yellows along the top cushion are a plant, I'm guessing not. It's going to be reds. I was going to say the yellows are there if that's a plant. Not that difficult to develop either, but the reds don't need to develop anything on reds, do you? They're all there. Got the angle now, probably come up table to take the one to the top left next, and does. So he can take these two at the top of the table and just find his mark to come back down. The ones at the bottom of the table, you can take them in whatever order you like, but probably would be bottom right next, I think. Just needs to find the gap. Plenty of table to play into, but just needs to get through this traffic of the yellows. Oh, it does. Navigates that gap beautifully well. So you can see the plan now unfolding. The red above the 8 ball doesn't pass to right centre. That would be the normal natural pocket to play it to, but it's covered, so it just needs to come back to the right side of the 8 ball to take it in the opposite middle.
Heavy.
Yeah, just a bit. Not too bad there. Just a thin glance, but it's kind of natural to come around a couple of cushions and leave the 8 ball in the same pocket. I think it's just thin enough to run around 2. May even run around 3 and take it in the corner. Oh, he's come up again. He's looking at that line. Looks fairly natural, Tony, doesn't it? 3 cushions. Back to where the cue ball is now.
Not so sure.
No?
I'd like to dig this, I think, a bit. Dig it into the black. Oh. Well. I have to say I would have played that sort of shot anyway, you know. Maybe I'm just, it's a bit thinner than I think it is, but it just looks to me that you can glance that in and send the cue ball side cushion, bottom cushion, across to the right cushion, go nowhere near the 8 ball, and don't risk that shot. Don't risk that. I mean, it's unlucky. Of course it's unlucky. It was all because he'd overdone the shot into the middle. Yellow staring Jake in the face.
Yeah, it looks like game, set, and match here.
It's the Aussie moving closer with every yellow to a place in the semi-final where he will meet Chris Day.
Looks like the Aussie rules.
Straight yellow now into the centre. To run the cue ball through a bit. And it's going to be Jake McCartney with his simple black ball. In it goes, and Jake McCartney from Australia. He beats Arfan Dad 7 frames to 3. And a good performance there as he shakes hands with Paul Clack. A couple of fans in the crowd.